are some people so gullible that they believe every conspiracy theory going out there?
We are the Happy Headers, and I know lots of people who are big into conspiracies and the belief that there's a global organisation kind of behind the scenes, the puppet masters pulling the strings and controlling everything. But what we want to talk about is why people are so susceptible to that.
Absolutely.
What way are the minds set up that allows them to believe all of these things?
But you think, Paul, like that part of it is that sometimes the conspiracy theories turn out to be kind of true, or there's some truth in them.
There's bound to be. Statistically, some things have to be true and some things have to be not true.
Yeah.
But I think...
that reinforces the belief, oh yeah, I knew that was coming.
But you see, I think we are conditioned in school to get answers to questions in school. You know, whatever topic or subject you're dealing with, the teacher will come up with questions and you get answers. And we're conditioned that. And sometimes we're looking for answers to things that happen in life. And not everything has an answer.
Yeah.
So we need this sense of certainty. So sometimes somebody will come up with this cock and bull story and answer, and people go, that's right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it gives them certainty.
Yeah. And also as well, like, I think conspiracy theories mainly attach themselves to people who are very, very insecure in themselves. So they feel like they have to be in the know, you know, and when they hear things like that and they think they have some background information on, you know, from governments.
Well, it makes them feel special as well. They're privy to information that nobody else has.
Yeah,
and everybody else is duped. Nobody else knows the truth that they know.
That they know, yeah, exactly.
But do you find also too that it lets them off the hook? They can blame these puppet masters out there. It's their fault that things aren't going right in my life. So it's pointless for me to go out into the world and try to do anything because everything's set up against me anyways. Yeah,
one of the most annoying things actually that I find about conspiracy theorists is that they attempt to kind of keep the people down, you know, and the people who are so involved and into them don't realise that. So they're the ones that will sit at home and they're not out working or, you know, contributing to society in any way, in any voluntary matter or, you know, even, you know, just serving their communities. They're not doing any of that. They're sitting at home, they're listening to these things 24/7. And, you know, it's just they're not contributing to life at all.
The locus of control is outside of them. They say, I can do nothing that will change the situation because I'm not one of these puppet masters. They have all the control. So there's no point in me trying to do anything. I'll just sit at home and smoke stuff.
Yeah, and it's really dangerous then as well because they think that, you know, doctors are corrupted. And, you know, like medical professionals, nurses, all that, they think they're all indoctrinated and, you know, and that college is bad for you and they give you these really bad messages so that you don't go and become educated so that you can think critically about what they're saying. Well, you see, this is the thing too. They will say, well, you do your research, and it turns out when they do the research, you will find anything online that will bolster your opinion of anything. Yeah, absolutely. There's arguments to and for everywhere.
You will find that, and just because it's on the internet doesn't mean that it's true.
Yeah, you still have to make up your own mind.
So do your research. And it turns out they're all going to these dubious websites where, you know, you can put up anything on the internet. There's this little guy here, because he's running everything. He's running everything. I could set up a website today that will show pictures of him sitting down having meetings with important people, and he's running things.
Yeah.
We'll put him back up there in his place because he's not really running things. I'm running things.
Paul thinks he's in charge here, right?
As well as that, help us.
He is, no, don't help him.
So then if you have a mindset, if you have a cognitive bias, you will find evidence to support what you want to believe and dismiss stuff that doesn't bolster it up. Yeah,
I mean, there's people on both sides, and there's people far left and there's people far right in my family. Do you know, I would always like to think of myself in the middle. You know, I don't agree with far left and I don't agree with far right either. I think I'm a very grey area kind of person. I think you are as well. Like,
I have no problem saying that we're like a pendulum. We swing between extremes and that, and it's okay to change your view and not be stuck or not be handcuffed or I forget the phrase, be tied into one particular view and say this is the way things are, because You know, I would ask the question, what things do you believe now that you didn't believe 5 years ago?
Yeah.
And then what things in 5 years' time will you not believe that you hold to be sacred now?
Will change, yeah, exactly, because that's going to change. You're always growing and changing, I think. But if you're stuck at home and you're just constantly listening to conspiracy theories, then you're not going to change your point of view.
Or you see, even social media, you will go out, and what happens is when you're exposing your mind to these things again and again and again, the repetition of it, it indoctrinates you, and in a way it brainwashes you.
Yeah.
Because this is what you're saturating your senses with. And your mind, your subconscious mind especially, will think that's what you want. It will gather and accumulate more of it, and you create entire belief systems around these conspiracy theories.
And it's a huge loss for other members of your family when you're caught up in something like that, because, you know, you can't stop thinking or talking about it, and other people don't want to think or talk about it. They just rather, you know, be with you. But it, you know, such a strong belief in those things puts a big barrier.
Yeah, to say you don't want to talk about this because you're in the know. You're one of them. You're one of the Illuminati.
No, yeah.
And it's, and you're not allowing people to have free speech. That's why you don't talk about it. But we are allowing everybody to have free speech, and we'd love to know what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think about it. And
happy headers. Talk to you soon.